Hey, what's up? What's good, my people? What is going on today? It is nice outside, the city. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we have these up and down days. Like it'll be nice and warm, and then next you know it turn cold, windy, with a little mixture of snow. But I get to the day, we having a nice day today. To the point where I'm scared to cut on my AC because I don't know if the temperature gonna drop later on the night and make it extra cold in this piece. So, but hello, people. How's it going? It's wine time. Let's talk today. I really probably wasn't really gonna make this schedule today, but I was with family uh, uh, and I was showing uh, my cousin how did I do certain things, but uh, how to do it. Let me see something. Give me a minute. I know I always do stuff when I'm actually on here, and uh, yeah. You know what? Lately, I've been going on here, and I always have to go back and reset something because I'm thinking I'm going public, like really, but somehow my setting goes where it's like I'm doing private or only to my subscriber, and that's not it. You know what I'm saying? So let me see something. I don't know if I can check or not. I'm just trying to see something. Hope I'm not messing up anything. But yeah, nah, I'm not gonna mess. I'm not gonna touch that. But anyway, hey, I don't know if y'all can hear that now. But anyway, as I was saying, um, with this nice weather and I was with family yesterday. Since I was off, I was making a lot of stops. Of course, I saw my niece and went to go see my niece. Hey, how you doing? Was it Tiger Youth Force? Oh, I'm good. And yourself? Um, but yeah, I went to go see my niece, and then question, because now I'm a little lost. My niece had a baby, so is that's my grandnephew or is it my great nephew? I'm a little lost on that one. So, but anyway, hey everybody, and I'm a little lost on that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm confused on. Is it my nephew or like is it my grandnephew? Because like my sister, she's a grandmother. So is it my grandnephew or is it my great nephew? Is it my great nephew? I don't know. Anyway, I went to go see family and everything, and after I seen her, I went to go visit my mother. My grandbaby was there. And oh Lord, she did not want me to leave because I had to make other rounds. But luckily, my daughter came by to come pick her up, so that kind of helped me there because I was going to be stuck. No, I cannot rap. It said, "Can you rap?" No. Um. Uh. Uh. And after that, I think I went to see yeah, my other cousin. Talking about that. My husband is a nut, man. I swear, he funny. I don't think he. You know how some people just naturally funny, like they just say things and it just come out as funny, whatever. But anyway, if I have a sip real quick, and yeah, um, this about the most. comments and stuff, I pretty much got now. I appreciate the views that was popping up to those. I hope some of y'all subscribe or seen some of my videos, whatever. I don't do like the other kind of content which other content which I would like to do. At some point, I will. I just got to build up the courage to do those. Um, uh, you know, instead of just talking about something serious, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do a little funny sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I gotta step out of my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? This is comfortable for me. I could talk all day long. But anyway, yeah, and then after I visit my other cousin, her and her family, yeah, I had a conversation with her. I said sometimes, uh, I feel a little jealous sometimes because I look at all my family that have kids and how close they are. I'm not saying I'm not close to mine, but at the same time, it's like I feel like the interference came with their mother. You know what I'm saying? Because they was mad at me at some reason, or the choices they made when it came to me, as far as letting me go, or when they realized they made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Want to end the relationship, and I don't know. So you know how they say misery loves company. And I just felt like just because they was mad at their decision, they was gonna try to hurt me on their decisions. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. So I couldn't really get that interaction with them the way I want to, um, because I always had to fight or do this to see them. You know what I mean? So it's a lot, but they older, so hopefully they come around a little bit more. Me and my daughter, we always had a kind of close relationship, but of course, she goes through her little phase, so she had to see what life is like on her own too. And all I can do is try to give the best advice that I can. Don't mean that she's gonna take it, but uh, I just had to, you know, just put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Same way I do my son. You know what I'm saying? Uh, give advice if they want to take it or try some on their own, because I know sometimes males are different and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know how we operate. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we like, I take it. I take what you say in perspective, but at the same time, I'm gonna still do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what to me. I feel like that's what makes you become a man. You got to make mistakes along the way. You know what I'm saying? Some people think that life is all perfect. You got to go that way. You know what I'm saying? And make no mistakes. How will you learn if you don't make mistakes? Uh, well, I got a new camera today, and I haven't hooked it up. I got to play with it for a while just to see how it actually works. Um, maybe I can get more better uh, um, clearance. I don't know how clear this is actually, but I do look back and I look at it's pretty clear. But I want to see a different when I hook this up. So when I do hook this up, and I'm gonna I'm gonna try to start doing like live interviews, like out the blue, ask certain people, like how they do them street interviews, and I just want to uh, ask certain people certain questions. You know what I'm saying? Like pause and stop, just to see. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that would go, but yeah, um, I don't know. What you think? What you think? Yeah, man. You know how certain songs just make you feel good. Right now, I'm listening to Kim. Uh, I can't stop loving you. I don't know anybody know about that. I don't know who you are, but he had some bombing albums, man. That's when we used to buy CDs. You know what I'm saying? Not streaming. Because now I feel like now with the streaming stuff, you really don't know what's. To me, I feel like you don't really know what's really out. It's different when you listen to the radio and you like, okay, who's this? Now they kind of repeat the same things over and over again. So what I end up doing is when I do stream, I play most of the old stuff. So I really don't know what's really out. You know what I mean? Unless I put it on what they call it alternative music. That's the only way I find it. Or go to iHeart. I don't really do iHeart. I'm not knocking it. That was one of the things I listened to first before they came out with. Uh, which one came out first? Is it iHeart or was it Pandora? The music thing. It's so many of them out there. You got from Pandora, iHeart, iHeart, uh, YouTube Music, Spotify. Uh, I mean, it's so many. It's so many. You know what I'm saying? So, but at some point, at one point in time, I'm gonna get some people on here and they're gonna go in and going to engage with me. Like I said, this is one time, baby. Let's talk. We can talk about anything. Gotta put my drink down. Hopefully, I get the camera here setting just right. Yeah. Like I said, I appreciate the likes and all the comments real quick. I'm hoping maybe my boy see it and he'll join in. But I might do another live sometime this week again. Um, I'm gonna see one of my friends want to be able to do it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna have to write down some stuff. I write down a lot of stuff though, and hopefully, like I said, I'm gonna do some stuff now that I got my camera. I'm gonna do some live stuff outside and talk about the little sceneries and stuff where I'm at and all that. I got to do a little more content. I do instead of inside the home or whatever the case may be, or get y'all to see some stuff that might be a little bit popping or family events. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? So, but look here. Uh, this gonna be my short one. I was just trying to see who's gonna probably be out here, who's going to join, and like I said, I talk about some. I don't know a lot. That's why I try to people who might know certain things. So like last time I had a guest on my live, and it was this guy who came on here uh, yeah, from India, and I didn't know too much about it because the other guy that was on here, he reads a lot bit more, which I probably need to get back into reading too. Um, but anyway, uh, but like back to what I was saying, I was saying before I was talking about family. The importance of family to me, which people don't understand, your family are your biggest teacher. If you got, a nice sized family, you don't have to be large, but a nice amount that you can learn from. And I mean, that's from siblings to cousins, aunts, uncles, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? You learn from them. And that's what I think that's what makes you a better person out here in the world because you get to know how to read certain people. You get to see the the kindness of other people, the tricks, also deceiving because you learn a lot of that stuff from your family because they show you and they teach you and you know what I'm saying, they warn you, they get you prepared out there when you out on your own out there in the big world. And that's one thing I can say about my family. We all different, especially on personality side. Some similar, some that we try to deny. And what I mean by that, deny is that like you know how like some people can't. Okay, let's say you might say, "Oh man, I don't care for my dad. I don't care for my mom." But then, but the things that you don't like the most about certain things, that's what you end up acting. And you got to realize they got to be careful. What you despise so much is that you end up becoming a person. What that trait of that person that you don't like. They got to be careful on that too. And I always say, get to know who you are. There been times that I realized that when I was younger, I was jumping in and out of relationships, and I mean to the point where when I end up by myself, I got to see the world a little bit different because I was so focused on that relationship to the point where I didn't know who I was really was. You know, so I knew my role in those relationships until actually when I came on my own, I got to sit with myself and learn who I am in due time. I didn't learn it overnight, but it took years too. You know what I'm saying? You get to say, okay, what you gonna accept, what you're not gonna accept. What is it about me that I need to work on? I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. You really got to sit with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get to really know who you really are. You know what I'm saying? Or even when it comes to relationship, like you have to figure like, okay, why does this keep happening? Is it me per se? Because you don't necessarily always want to put on other person. Because don't forget, it takes two to there's two people that's in that relationship. So you gotta figure out like when things don't go right. Well, you feel like why I'm always meeting the wrong person or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you have to check yourself. And I know at some point I know I feel like I could be demanding on certain things, and I just feel like not intentionally, but I just feel like if I'm giving so much, why are you only just only giving even less? I don't know. I just feel like you know that taking stuff. Mm, I don't know. But anyway, look here. Probably go about another 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna end this. And hey, I wish anybody out there the best who out here trying to make it. Don't ever give up. Sometimes when we do fall, and we sometimes we can fall a little bit too hard to the point where we like, "Dad, what's my next move?" All I say is try not to get depressed and stay there. Because once you stay there, you're there. You got to get out this hole, you know. And then sometimes you got to understand sometimes things happen for a reason. You might not know what that reason is, but yeah. Uh, and I know everybody's not religious, whatever, but the ones that do believe in God, just know that you're not gonna stay there for long, no matter what it is. As they always say, yes, this shall pass, and it will. It will pass. Um, I know some people say, "Man, it's been going on for too long. It's been a whole year. I ain't." Hey, wait out another month, another month after that. Whatever you going through is going to break. Whatever your patience is going to break through. You know what I mean? It's going to break through. So be patient or whatever you try to strive for. Just be patient. You know, um, like they said, they didn't. Well, what's the old saying? They didn't build Rome in a day. It takes time. Whatever your goals is, or whatever you try to strive for, everything takes steps. Now, I always say it's easy to destroy. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say, you know how you build that little sand castle, and it takes a minute to prep, shape it, water, and all that stuff, and it takes somebody to come by and kick it down. That's why I say it's easy to destroy than clean up. You know what I'm saying? and to build. And then when you take them time and them steps to get to where you appreciate every step that it took to get there. You appreciate everything. Or even the people that along the way that helped you, you know what I'm saying, or advise you. You thank them, you know what I'm saying, along the way. Don't never forget the one. Or don't burn too many bridges. Because sometimes some people you have to leave behind. Don't burn it because sometimes you might have to come across it again. Just leave them where they at. You know what I'm saying? As they say, water under the bridge. Um, so, but that's about it, people. I'm going to go ahead and end this live. And look, y'all have a great day, all right? One time, let's talk. What's this, part 12? 13th will come out soon. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.